Welcome to my massive monster of oregano. People get deceived by oregano because if you put it into a little spot in your garden, it might just be really small for a while, but this is what it will do. And I'm going to show you how to tackle this thing and how to preserve this thing when it is this big. But first, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more health and homesteading content and check out my memberships for more one-on-one support. Let's dig in. So the problem first as to why I have to cut this thing, they're just sending out roots, rooting into the ground and just continuing to grow. So it's kind of like mint in that it can be invasive. And when you grow it out like this, you're gonna get a lot of woody undergrowth because there's no light happening and hitting this inside of the plant. And so we need to control it. We want to harvest it. I love oregano not only for its culinary purposes, but as a medicinal. It is one of my go-tos for antiviral, antibacterial, colds and flus. I throw it in with tea. And I want to dry this thing, but it's gonna be too much for me to freeze dry, and it's gonna be too much for my dehydrator. So I'm gonna show you what I do at the very end of this video. For now, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come back about 3 to 4 inches, and I'm gonna start just knocking this out. I'm gonna try to keep my work organized by putting it all in a big bundle, just like this. And so I'm able to see a little bit more about what's going on here. But I am just cutting back about 3 to 4 inches. I'm really not being specific about how I do it. I'm just trying to get like a nice even cut. And then I'm going to tie it up in a bunch of little bundles like this. I'm going to go wrap it around many times with my jute or twine here. And I'm going to try to make it as tight as possible. And I'll explain why at the end of this video. Super tight as I can get it. Do a little bow, make pretty long bunny ears to my bow, knot it up. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just spoil the surprise. I'm gonna hang these things just straight up like this. I'm gonna hang them in my pantry to dry. Yes, it will take longer than dehydrating or freeze drying, but the truth is it's just easier. And when you've got something this massive, ease really makes a difference. Or maybe you don't want to spend the money on a dehydrator or a freeze dryer. So now I can just hang this in my pantry. The goal is to dry it in a dark, cool, dry place. And you will have tons of oregano that way. So one bundle is down. Now it's time to keep going and hacking away at this thing. Let me show you what it looks like inside. Here's a little inside shot at what's happening here. You can see a bunch of dead growth that's just getting smothered because there's no light happening. So once we hack this thing back completely, I will show you the next step. Check out this harvest of oregano, you guys. Look at all this. This is gonna last us a year, easy. And this perennial plant is going to regrow. So we're gonna come back and we're gonna dig out just about a foot all the way around and leave just a small little patch right there in the front. All right, we are on day 2 to tackle the oregano. It was the end of day when I finished the other part of the video, but there's more to do with this, and I want to show you what I'm doing. So it's rooted, and we need to take it up and pour in compost to fill in this bed and plant some other things. I'm going to show you how I do it. You could use a pointed shovel, but honestly, the roots are pretty matted. It's going to be much easier if you use, pointed trowel. It's going to be much easier if you use a pointed shovel, small or big, either way, just something like this. And coming through and, marking exactly where you want to take it out. With the pointed shovel, it's easier to cut it in the spots that you want. Now that one is kind of tricky, but now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this out where I have shoveled it, and I wanna shake off the soil as much as possible because I wanna save the soil. This is good stuff. So we're shaking off the soil, and I'm gonna save this to feed to my rabbits. So I'm trying my best not to make a mess and just to shake off the soil right into this bed. Let's try this flathead actually. Man, it is just a thick root. I'm almost even gonna take my pruners to see if I can't just cut it out like this. That actually helps a little bit. That helps actually quite a lot. Because it's not like the roots are super deep. They're just spreading along the surface, but they're very matted. Very, very matted. All right, I'm getting a good little chunk out the side here. So I'm gonna keep working around this plant. Wow, that one is so easy to pull up. Look at that. I didn't even need anything except just some elbow grease and now some pruners to cut this baby out. Look at that. Now you could take this ball and you could divide it up into plants or into more plants, into pots, give to your friends or sell at the farmer's market. But what we're getting left here is just nice soil. We're gonna do this all the way around here until we have just a small little 1 foot diameter plant. So we have got quite the space cleared out. We only have, so you can get a frame of reference, about this much oregano left. I am gonna cut a lot of the stringy stuff back and then top off with compost. I'm just kind of redefining my border here, since that oregano really took out a lot of my clean lines of the garden. Just moving some of my good mulch in to redefine the lines of my bed. I'll be doing more of this until the day that I can actually get some formal border around all of my beds, but it's a big garden. I am gonna go back here now and take my pruners and cut it back basically to the soil line. Because then as the new oregano grows, it will be a lot prettier and fluffier, and when I go to harvest, I'm not going to be dealing with as many just dead sticks. So I'm going through here and I'm going to cut the whole thing back.
Do you like calendula?
That's beautiful, sweetie. We will save that and try that. Now the next thing we're going to do is replenish some of the soil that was stolen and attached to the roots. So I've got a bag of compost here.
Mom, may I pick up some foxgloves?
Those are snapdragons. Not yet, sweetie, not yet.
Why not? There's a candy over there though.
We want it to really get full. Let's save the first ones for God like we've done in the
But
past.
look, there's thousands more there.
I'd like to wait on those, sweetie. Make sure you remember to grab your calendula.
It's for you.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to smooth out this compost. And now I'll be able to plant some more stuff around this bed. I'll be harvesting the garlic that's planted in here soon. And then I'll plant some more where the garlic was, and I'll put some more flowers at the base of this bed. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to manage an oregano monster. And if you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Check out my channel, subscribe for more health and homesteading content, and look into those YouTube memberships for more one-on-one support. All right, sweet baby, all right.